consecutive year, NASCAR's premier open-wheel division, the Winston Modified Tour, is set to wage war at one of the most picturesque half-mile facilities in America. It's the Haynes 150, and it's coming your way from historic Martinsville Speedway next. ESPN, the world's leader in motorsports coverage, presents Speed World. If you are a disciple of short track racing, you owe it to yourself to someday visit the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. Side of the beautifully manicured Martinsville Speedway and scene of today's NASCAR Winston Modified Series Haynes 150. Hello everyone, I'm Jerry Punch, and today we're going to turn back the clock to the fabulous 40s. No, put away those bobby socks and poodle skirts. We're going to conjure up visions of stock car racing's roots. Yes, we're going to take you back to the beginning of the Modified Series. In the post-World War II era, radically modified stock cars began to replace midgets as the most popular form of short-track racing, and that has continued to grow since then. And that should be no different here today. Joining me once again, two-time NASCAR champion expert analyst Ned Jarrett. And Ned, this series has been coming here at Martinsville for 45 years. Since 1947. It's a little wonder a win by these drivers at this track means as much to them as, say, going to Indianapolis or Daytona for others.
Well, I think it is the Daytona for these drivers. Not only do they get to race on television here today, Jarrett, but also they're in front of the Winston Cup car owners. And we have seen a number of these drivers who've done well in the Modified Tour to go on and make it in the Winston Cup Series, just to name a few. Ron and Ken Bouchard, Jeff Bodine, and Jimmy Spencer. So I think the seat time they get here and the experience they gain is very good in most any division, and certainly in a competitive division, and they have plenty of that here.
We talk about competition and how important this race is today. A man standing to my left has made it to the Winston Cup ranks and has gone on to make a career for himself in the big leagues of stock car racing. Brett Bodine, you won here in modified competition. How important is it for these drivers to be impressive today in front of all the Winston Cup car owners?
Well, Jerry, I think my wins here at Martinsville were very instrumental in my stepping up into the Busch Grand National and then on in the Winston Cup. I think racing here means an awful lot to these guys, not only because of the points throughout the season. This is a very important point race for them, but also, like Ned said, to be racing in front of the Winston Cup car owners, someday your name might be tossed into a hat and they can remember, hey, that guy ran real good at Martinsville. I think he can do a good job for us in the Cup car.
So a big day possibly for some 30 drivers to get a shot at maybe a Winston Cup ride someday. It's 150 laps today, and yes, they can run 150 laps with no pit stops, but not today according to NASCAR rules. For more, let's check in with Benny Parsons.
Jerry, NASCAR has mandated that the cars will stop today between laps 75 and 125. The cars must make a pit stop. If it's on the caution flag, the cars will come down. They must jack two